Do do we have a did we update our classes since we last made the UML diagram?
Nope.
Yeah, so, well, yeah, we did. Like the classes that we have now are the assignment that we submitted last week.
Mm-hmm.
Those are the classes that we have.
Update the
So they
UML.
don't, so that we didn't update the UML, but our classes are updated as far as what we're currently using.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I don't know of any changes to make.
I'm frustrated here because it feels like they want us to know more about what we're going to be doing with our game, and we don't know exactly what we're going to be doing with our game. Like, I mean, we know our case stories or whatever, but it seems like they want us to know like the next layer of the modeling stuff. I hate feeling like I'm doing stuff and then I find out something later and it's like, oh, you didn't give me enough information to do what I was doing previously the right way. So I don't feel like I'm getting all the information I need to make sure that I'm starting on the right course.
I feel bad about the whole class.
I mean, it feels like, yeah, so far it's felt like 3 steps forward, 2 steps back.
Well, if you hadn't have been spearheading all this, I would be up a creek. I mean, I wouldn't know.
So let's open our user story. Our user story should still be the same.
Yeah, we have start the game, learn about the game, learn about the trail.
Trail menus, change pace, define pace, attributes.
Change food ration, buy supplies, choose profession.
Do you know how I would get my branch to be identical to the last master branch?
You merge the master to yours, or you could just delete yours and create a new branch off the master. That would probably be the easiest.
How do you do that?
I don't. So I have the GitHub desktop app, and I do all the little pushing and pulling there because it's a little bit more clear than it is on the. Let's see, NetBeans remote branch.
I haven't done anything on GitHub. I've done it all on NetBeans. I didn't know. I'll have to look at that.
So if you want me to, I can just delete your branch.
You what?
Do you want me to make you a new branch?
Sure. Yeah. How do you do that though? Oh, I guess you don't know how to do it here.
Yeah.
I do. If you right click on the package, Oregon Trail package, and go down to get, and then branch/tag, and then create branch.
I'll tell you, create one, but delete. You want to delete it first so that you can create it the same thing.
I switched to the master branch and it has nothing.
Did you pull it?
I thought I pulled it like last week, but let's try it again. Oh yeah, I just pulled everything a few minutes ago.
I have 11 classes in the main branch, in the master branch.
There we go. Now I see it.
So
Yeah,
I deleted
call it,
your
but then you have to
branch,
switch
Caden,
to it.
Okay.
so you can just create a new branch off the master.
So that would be
Right click, get branch tag, create branch.
create branch, you said?
Yep, because you don't have one anymore.
Okay. And then the revision is master.
Yeah, because that's the one that you're creating,
Okay, so
creating it off of.
I don't have a. You said you deleted mine?
Yeah, you would have had to pull it to.
I'll pull it again. Okay.
Yeah. Do we know where Bailey is, by the way?
I don't know. She said she was gonna. I think she said she's okay with meeting tonight.
Yeah, she did. I think she was there earlier.
So it says that branch already exists with the name Caden, and I pulled
Okay.
it. Is there something else?
Did you pull, when you pulled it, did you pull all the branches?
Yeah,
Or did you only pull the master?
I pulled all the branches.
You also have to switch to that.
I still see Caden.
You don't have a branch, it's gone. So,
Would he need to restart the program?
no,
No. It should happen. Yeah, with this.
can I? All right. So you're doing this, Caden? You're sharing the screen. Please. Yeah. So right click, get remote, pull, next, select all, finish.
Okay.
Oh, I know why you're probably seeing yours. You're seeing yours on the local side. Yeah, I don't know how to delete branches from. Anyway, we could kind of figure that out later, I guess. I can create a new branch. Here.
Yeah, just call it like Caden 2 or something.
Publish. All right. If you pull it, does that create it now?
What did you name my new branch?
Caden.
Because when I switch to Caden, it just gives me the old Caden.
What is your show, Susan?
You want to see my screen?
Let's see.
So yeah, I pulled it, and then I switched to. Let's go back to master. Switch to.
So pull first. Remote. I'm gonna just pull. Next.
Select all.
Yeah. Finish. Wait, which screen switch to?
When I switch to Caden, it shows me the character class, the landmark class, and the Oregon Trail class, and the serializable class.
Okay, so yeah, so I switched to this Caden. There's only one Caden in there.
Yeah, but I have the 4 classes in there.
Yeah, that's all I have.
Yeah, character, landmark, Oregon Trail, and serializable.
Hmm.
Is this how you merge it? Merge revision?
I don't know. I'm not a big GitHub fan. Branches. Oregon Trail. Branch.
No, that wouldn't be it. Let's just create a new branch for me. Eh? Then, how did you guys do yours?
I did branch, create branch.
Like, how did you merge yours? Do you have yours identical now to the master?
No, mine's behind.
I
Yours-
haven't.
So on the website, yours is up to date. Caden.
Huh.
I haven't merged mine.
Caden and
So,
Master are identical. All right. I feel like we're wasting too much time doing this.
Yeah, I only see it the same way. Yeah,
So
here.
I would, if nothing else, like go through NetBeans or go through the GitHub website and like download it from there or something like, or just copy and paste it into yours from the master. But
okay.
I want to actually get something done on the actual assignment that we're doing. I don't have much more time. I have people that I have to do stuff with later. So
Okay.
okay. So our story. So what questions do we have about this assignment?
What controls that we need to make? What all these user end stories are going to go into which control? That's my first question. So we have a game.
I'm not sure how to group the end user stories by functionality.
Well, we have to do a game control menu, right? So that would be a start game and.
Well, just think in general, like, what are you confused about? What are, um,
It's more like, what am I not confused about?
but so things that I'm wanting to ask is just like in what direction, like I've done programming before, I've made programs, right? So where my confusion comes from is just like, how do these functions like come in and like, I don't know, override like other programming that I've learned where you just like program the thing, you know? And so, and it feels like I don't have enough information to know exactly what I need to do. So yeah, I'm having a hard time like figuring out like what do I need to do with my functions here that I can't do, or why do I need to put them in a test case when I can think of a simpler function just to do within the main program? So that's where I'm struggling, and thinking outside of that is difficult for me. I'm actually got an email up to send to the professor right now, just so I can say, hey, when can I meet with you? Because this is confusing.
Yeah.
That sounds like a good idea.
Just, I don't feel like there's enough direction here. It's just like, hey, go do this. And it's like, but I'm not entirely sure what you're looking for or why you're looking for it to be this way.
We don't have anything to compare it with because we don't have any programming. So maybe that's,
Yeah.
you know, to our advantage in that sense. But I still don't feel like we're being taught this in a systematic way so that we can be confident in what we're doing. I mean, where we practiced, you know, you should practice what they teach you something, practice it, and then go off and do a project. You know, it's like we're just being thrown to the deep end of the pool, and we, you know.
I kind of don't like how we were forced to do the Oregon Trail. Just because it's like there's so much elements to that game that I don't know. It's like I feel like I have to include things that I'm just not interested in doing, right?
Yeah.
Or that it won't click for me as well if I would have like been trying to come up with my own stuff.
Well, when my husband took this class 2 years ago, they had to do their own games, and he said that it really got out of hand. And people, well, the thing is they picked things they didn't know that they would be able to learn how to do or not. I mean, so, you know, you had nothing to base your decisions on about what kind of game to make, because how are you going to know if we're going to learn enough to do what we want to do?
And that's kind of the same thing.
Well, we have that same problem to a degree, but I guess he thought it was way worse when they had to just pick anything and figure it out.
Well, in this assignment, one main thing I'm confused about, it keeps talking about the function, and I'm not sure what this enigmatic function is what is the function that we're supposed to be?
A function is pretty simple.
Right, it calculates something or decides something, but is that?
So a function in and of itself is just a recallable. It's a program. It's a thermostat, right? It's a box. You put something into it, you get something out.
Mm-hmm.
You move the needle, it changes the temperature, right? There's a whole bunch of stuff that goes on there. And so basically we need to create a function where we give it something, user input, right? And it gives us something back. And I just don't know how complicated our game is in this. like, I don't know how complicated our game is on this, but it's just like, how difficult of a function do I need and how big does it have to be? Like, I'm just getting inventory items, right? I'm not calculating anything there. I've got, I mean,
Yeah, we are, because we have
you-
the how many pounds of food and it's this much money.
yeah, because like I guess it would just be like what type of food that you want, or I guess it would be, you would probably pass to it something like what, uh, here, let me make notes of this way. So if you're creating a function for inventory items, we would pass to it how many items we want, and we'd also pass to it what type of items we get, right? So you would say, I want food, and I want 2,000 pounds of food. And our function would auto-calculate food, or it would say, okay, I'm going to give you food, so you will get food. You will subtract money.
Yeah, it will cost this many pounds of food is this much per pound.
And so it would calculate your new money and then return that money. So it would, yeah, that's it. So it would say, how much do you want? You say how much you want, what you want, and then it would calculate your new amount of money you have remaining, and then it would give you both values of the amount of money you're remaining and the other one. That's all the function would be. But like, that's small, right? That's just like 4 things in there, and I can't think of anything that would be bigger.
And in this assignment, are we just supposed to make that one function, or is it supposed to be like a whole class of functions?
I mean, well, that's the thing. I don't see, if I was programming this game, I would create a lot of little functions to do those things within it that I would just call, right? And like, if I didn't have to follow this model's throwing me off. But like, I would just create an array of names and create all the objects based off that array of names, and then just create an array of objects to store that those objects for the duration of the game. So anytime that the user does it, but according to this test object thing, like, this is a different way of doing it, and I don't know exactly how to think ahead. Where like, how do I want to program my game with what I know how to do? You know, it's asking me to do something I don't know how to do. It's like, I want you to prepare for walking on the moon, but we're not going to give you any training, kind of a thing.
Yeah.
So it's just, I don't know the tools that I'm going to use before I get there.
Yeah, I felt this way about this class the whole time.
So
Experts in this.
Well, maybe we should just like get that feedback from the professor and meet again when we know a little more.
yeah, I'm saying we're struggling understanding.
And all those matrix things,
Yeah, with the matrixing, that's what I'm wondering is, are we supposed to like create that matrix for every function in a class and like do a bunch of those matrices?
No,
And that's-
so
Looks like we've had a lot of.
I mean, well, when you say class, are you talking about our existing classes, or are you talking
No,
about a new
well, like
class
the
for the
new-
test mate?
The new classes that we'll have to make for the control layer.
Yes. So we're going to want a couple test matrices for each class, right?
take care of all of our
So a test matrix is basically going to say, like, it'll give values for each one of those functions and see if it gets the correct what you're looking for back.
Uh-huh.
Right, so we're not asking for user input this time, but we can we'll provide that already, right?
We have to know what the limits are so we can make what are those called? The
I just call them checks, basically.
into but we have to set the limits so that they don't put in something that
So they
validation.
don't go to bounds. Does it say that in here?
We have to do something about validation or something. So I heard. I mean, it's talking about the invalid tests for input values that violate the validity rules.
See, this seems out of order for me. I would do that later when I'm like asking for input. I don't get how to do that.
Define the test.
All right, I'm sending this email. I'm just saying we're struggling to understand.
I'm gonna see if my husband can help me make heads or tails of it, and then I'll. Yeah, this isn't how I would teach my class. It seems like he should have an office hour that explains and has all this so we can ask questions and all that together. And he explains what we're doing for the week and shows us, I mean.
Does he have an office hour?
No. My other class.
He's not the worst professor that I've had.
Oh. Well, he does that.
Worst professor I ever had threatened to sue me.
What did you do?
I called him out. So he's actually an on-campus professor, and I'm probably his least favorite student of all time now. But he was teaching the networking class, and he didn't do anything. Like, he did nothing. And I would email him. I have like 3 or 4 emails that he never even responded to. It's just like, you don't have an office hour, you don't have this, you don't have that. So I wrote up a 30-page document and sent it to the dean. So
30 pages?
30 pages.
Oh, wow.
I screenshot everything. I was like, hey, this is missing, this is missing, this is missing. You didn't do this, you didn't do this. So could you talk to him, please?
Screenshots do take a lot of space.
Yeah, they do. That was, I think my actual like complaint was like 8 pages, and then the rest of it was all screenshots of how he was missing things and didn't include this and that, and how he went 4 weeks without even giving any kind of like talking to anybody in the class. It was terrible. Worst class I've ever taken.
Wow.
So we didn't get to see the results of our quizzes. So you would take a quiz and you'd be like, oh, you got a 6 out of 10. And he wouldn't give any of the answers out. And he would say, in general, the class last week missed or like needs to study these like teachings, right? That was it. And it's like, well, what if I fell outside of the average of the class and I actually had that down? Now I'm thinking that I got it wrong and I'm double guessing myself. It was terrible. Hated that class.
Well, I think my husband had a really bad networking class too online.
Oh, was it 240? 240 networking 1 with Armstrong.
me ask him. Terry?
Well, yeah, let's see what he says. I think you'll need to get going pretty soon.
Yeah.
There's nothing else for tonight.
Yeah, I'm just really confused. And honestly, I haven't done all the reading yet, so maybe that might help enlighten me a little bit. But
Yeah, I've been trying to read the instruction document, but the reading was only like 2 pages. But the instructions, the deeper I get into it, the more confused I get because I don't understand the beginning of it.
it feels like they want me to know what the big picture is, but I don't know what the big picture is.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
where I'm lost. It's like, hey, we want you to know, and like that's what the whole first assignment is like. You're planning out the end of your game, but you have no idea how to get there.
No, he said it was the networking. No, he said it was a database class.
Oh.
The guy wrote the book.
Oh, I took that class. McLaughlin?
McLellan or
McLaughlin?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
I'm actually
Ridiculous.
taking that class right now.
Oh, really?
225.
Yeah.
We have my online professor's really cool with it. Like he has an office hour and he's like, I'll stay as long as you need me to. And he actually lets us resubmit work and stuff. It's awesome.
Oh, nice. Do you read from McLaughlin's blog?
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought that was really confusing, the way that was written.
I fall asleep to it. But no, actually, I don't have to read from it too much because our professor does a good job of creating videos and stuff that just really helps. So
Okay, nice. Yeah, we just.
all right, so
had
I
to
just
fend
shot
for
an email
ourselves.
off. I just shot an email off to
He did.
Professor Wright.
In the question discussion board last week, I asked him if he could do a video or something and show us what the quiz was supposed to be like last week, what the answer was supposed to be, and he did. He didn't do a video, but he answered my question.
Yeah.
And put a lot of detail in the answer for this week's question and answer discussion board.
Yeah. Well, I think I asked him specifically if we could meet on like Adobe Connect and if I could ask him questions. Like I don't do very well over email, and I want to actually like ask him. So, all right. Well, until we hear back from him.
Sounds good. Maybe I'll have to skip class one of these nights or something. I should be able to make something work.
Yeah, it's all right. I'm happy like once I get stuff figured out to do as much as I need to, and pass on that information. Like even if I have to create like a how-to video or summarization of what I did or what we talked about, if I'm not available, so you guys can watch it on your own time, like I'm cool with that.
Okay.
So,
Okay, I'm gonna pick my husband's brain and see what he can help me figure out too.
okay, 2 things to be heads up on, or 3 things. So one, we're like a third of the way through the course already, so go us.
Sweet.
2, I'm somewhat unavailable this weekend. Sunday is my anniversary and Monday is my son's birthday, so we're celebrating that on Friday and Saturday. And then in 2 weeks I'm going to be down in Dallas, so
Okay.
on a business trip. But I'll be available at nights there, or I should be. So
Are you going to be busy this Monday?
this next Monday,
Yeah.
probably. Well, I'll squeeze in some time at work. I can work during my lunch hour, but I won't be able to meet at night. It's my son's birthday.
Right.
He turns 2.
I'm not available during the day, so.
I'm going to be gone from Tuesday to like Saturday afternoon next week, and I won't have my computer. So I might just have to sit out on that one, or I don't know, maybe do some advanced preparation or something.
Well, we'll see what we can find out from the professor, and then go from there. All right, guys.
Okay.
You don't have a
Thank
laptop,
you. Me?
Caden? You don't have a laptop?
I have one, but I'm not gonna bring it to New York. I just don't want to bring it. I've never been to New York. I have no idea what it's like, and I'd just rather not have my laptop.
All right. Go team.
See you later.
See you
Okay.
later.
Good luck.